Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I am Jack, and as always, I am joined by my wonderful co host, Emma. How are you doing today, Emma?
Hi, Jack. Hi, everyone. To be honest, I am a little bit tired today. I stayed in bed way too long this morning. I kept hitting the snooze button on my alarm clock. Do you ever do that?
Oh, I think we all do that sometimes. It is a very cozy feeling to stay under the blankets when it is cold outside. Did you eventually get up and have your coffee?
Yes, finally. But I felt so guilty. I feel like I'm always running behind. I wanted to study my English vocabulary for 30 minutes this morning, but because I stayed in bed, I had no time. I feel like I'm learning so slowly. It is frustrating.
That is actually the perfect start to our conversation today. You feel like you are slow, but what if I told you there are ways to speed up the process without feeling stressed? Today, we are talking about 4 secrets to learning English fast.
Wait, secrets? I love secrets. Is one of the secrets how to learn while I'm sleeping? Because that would be perfect for my lazy mornings.
Not exactly. We still have to be awake, I'm afraid. But these secrets are not about working harder, they're about working smarter. Most learners think they need to sit with a heavy textbook for 5 hours a day.
Ugh, just thinking about a heavy textbook makes me want to go back to sleep. I tried that last year. I bought this huge grammar book. It was so thick and heavy. I opened it once, felt totally overwhelmed, and then I used it as a coaster for my tea.
Wait, you used it as a coaster? You put your teacup on it?
Yes, it was very stable, but I didn't learn any English from it.
Well, that brings me to a big word I just used. I said you felt overwhelmed. Do you know what that means?
I think I know the feeling, but can you explain the word?
Of course. When you are overwhelmed, it means you have too much of something and you feel like you cannot handle it. Like when you have too much work or a book that is too difficult. It makes your brain want to stop.
Yes, that is exactly how I felt. Overwhelmed. I felt like the mountain of English was too high to climb. So please tell me these secrets, Jack. I need a ladder to climb this mountain.
I promise we will. We're going to break down 4 specific things that change everything. And for those listening, make sure you stay until the very end because we have a special vocabulary breakdown segment where we explain the difficult words from today's chat.
I need that segment. Sometimes you use big words and I just nod my head like I understand, but inside I am confused.
That is why I am here to help, Emma. We're going to make this very simple. No teacher voice, just a friendly chat.
Good. I like that. So I was thinking about this morning. Even though I didn't study my book, I did listen to an English song while I was brushing my teeth. Does that count as learning?
It absolutely counts. In fact, that might be a little hint toward our first secret. People think learning must look like a classroom, but English is a living thing.
I like the idea of English being alive, like a pet. I'm good with pets. I'm bad with textbooks.
Exactly like a pet. You have to feed it a little bit every day. You can't just give it a gallon of food on Sunday and nothing for the rest of the week.
That makes so much sense. I used to try to study for 4 hours every Saturday, and by Sunday, I forgot everything. I felt like my brain was a sieve.
A sieve? That's a great word, Emma. A kitchen tool with holes in it?
Yes, exactly. Everything just leaks out of the holes.
Well, today we're going to plug those holes. We're going to talk about how to make the English stick in your brain. I've seen so many students go from B1 to fluent just by changing these 4 small things.
I'm ready. I have my tea, which is on a table now, not on a textbook, and I'm ready to listen. I really want to stop feeling like a lazy learner and start feeling like a fast learner.
You aren't lazy, Emma. You just haven't found the right rhythm yet. Let's find that rhythm together today. Are you ready to dive into the first secret?
I am definitely ready. Let's do it.
All right, let's get into secret number 1. It is something I call the power of the mini habit. Most people think they need to study for an hour to make progress, but the secret to learning fast is actually doing less, but doing it more often.
doing less? Now that is a secret I can get behind. My favorite thing to do is less. But wait, if I do less, how do I learn faster? That sounds like a trick, Jack.
It's not a trick, I promise. Think about it like this. If you brush your teeth for 2 hours once a week, are your teeth clean? No. You have to brush them for 2 minutes twice a day. Learning English is exactly the same. Your brain needs consistent exposure.
Consistent exposure. That sounds like a big science word. What does it mean in normal English?
It just means seeing or hearing English regularly. Instead of one big, scary study session on Sunday, you do 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night. Because it is short, your brain doesn't get tired. It stays fresh.
I see. So, like this morning when I listened to that song while brushing my teeth, that was actually better than sitting with my big grammar book for an hour.
Exactly. Because your brain was relaxed. When you're relaxed, you learn better. When you're stressed and staring at a textbook, your brain inevitably shuts down.
Oh, there's a big word. Inevitably. I hear people say that in movies. What does it mean?
It means that something is certain to happen. You cannot stop it. If you push your brain too hard with boring work, it will inevitably get tired and stop remembering things.
That happens to me every time I try to read the news in English. I read the first paragraph, and then my brain just goes to sleep while my eyes are still open. It's like my brain says, "No thanks, Emma, I'm done for the day."
Exactly. So secret number 3 is even more important. Input before output. Think of your brain like a bank account. You cannot take money out of an empty account if you haven't put money in first, right?
I wish I could take money out of an empty account. But okay, I understand. So the money is the English words.
Yes. Input is listening and reading. Output is speaking and writing. Many learners try to speak perfectly right away, but they haven't listened enough. They're trying to spend money they don't have.
That is so me. I try to have a conversation and I feel so nervous because I can't find the words. It's like I'm looking in a cupboard for a plate, but the cupboard is empty.
That's a perfect metaphor, Emma. To learn fast, you need to fill that cupboard. You do that by watching easy shows, listening to podcasts like this one, or reading simple stories. You need to immerse yourself.
Wait, immerse? Is that like jumping into a swimming pool?
Yes, exactly. To immerse yourself means to surround yourself with something. If you want to learn fast, you have to surround yourself with English sounds. Change your phone language to English. Watch a movie with English subtitles.
I tried changing my phone to English once. I got lost in my own settings and couldn't find how to turn my alarm off. It was a disaster. I was running around the house with a beeping phone yelling help in English.
But hey, you were yelling in English. That's progress.
I guess so, but it was very stressful. Is there a cozy way to immerse myself without my phone screaming at me?
Of course. Secret number 3 is follow your joy. This is the biggest secret of all. If you love cooking, read recipes in English. If you love football, watch English commentary. Don't study things that are boring to you in your own language.
So you're saying I don't have to read about economics or history if I don't like them?
Never. If you hate history, reading it in English will just make you hate English too. But if you love celebrity gossip or fashion, read that. Your brain absorbs information much faster when you are interested.
Absorbs like a sponge?
Precisely. A sponge takes in water easily. When you are happy and interested, your brain becomes a sponge for new words. You don't even feel like you are studying. It just happens.
I like that. I love watching videos about home decorating and organizing. Maybe I should watch those in English. I could learn the names of furniture and colors.
That is a brilliant idea. You will learn the word bookshelf or curtains because you are looking at them, not because you are memorizing a list. That is how children learn, and they are the fastest learners in the world.
You know, I always felt jealous of children. They just play and suddenly they can speak a whole language. I'm over here struggling with my coaster textbook and they're just playing with blocks.
But you can use their secret too. Play. Don't be so serious. We have one more secret to talk about, but it's a bit of a game changer.
A game changer? Does that mean it changes the whole game?
Yes, it is the thing that separates people who study for years and never speak from people who learn in just a few months. But before we get to that, let's take a little breath. How are you feeling, Emma? Still overwhelmed?
Actually, no. I feel much better. I feel like I can do 10 minutes. I can watch my decorating videos. It feels manageable.
Manageable. I love that word. It means it is something you can actually do, and that is the whole point. Now, let's get into the fourth secret. And this one is a bit different. It's not about books or videos. It is about what happens inside your head. Secret number 4 is the 70% rule.
The 70% rule? That sounds like a math test. And Jack, you know I am bad at math. Please don't tell me I have to calculate my English progress.
No math, I promise. The 70% rule means that you should try to understand about 70% of what you hear or read. If you understand 100%, it is too easy and you aren't learning anything new. But if you only understand 10%, you feel, well, remember our word from earlier?
Overwhelmed. Yes, I remember. If I only understand 10%, I want to cry and eat a chocolate bar in the dark.
Exactly. But there's a psychological side to this. Many learners are perfectionists. They feel like if they don't understand every single word, they're failing. Emma, I know you struggle with this, right?
Oh, absolutely. When I listen to a podcast, if I hear one word I don't know, my brain stops. I start thinking, what was that word? Was it a verb? Was it an adjective? And while I'm thinking about that one word, I miss the next 10 sentences. It's like I'm stuck in the mud.
That is the perfectionism trap. It's a very common fear. We're afraid of missing information. But the secret to learning fast is to be okay with the ambiguity.
Wait, ambiguity? That is a very long word. What does it mean?
Ambiguity is when something is not clear or it has more than one meaning. In language learning, tolerance for ambiguity means being okay with not knowing everything right now. It is the ability to keep going, even when you're a little bit confused.
That sounds really hard for me. I am a very anxious person. If I don't know what is happening, I get nervous. I feel like I'm making a fool of myself.
I understand. We all want to feel in control. But think of it like watching a movie in a theater. If you miss one line of dialogue, you don't stand up and stop the movie, do you?
No, because people would throw popcorn at me. I just keep watching. And eventually, I understand the story because of the action.
Exactly. You use the context. You have to trust your brain. Your brain is a supercomputer. It's constantly looking for patterns. If you keep listening, your brain will solve the puzzle on its own. But you have to give it permission to be imperfect.
I think I need to give myself permission to be messy. I always try to be the perfect student. I want my notebook to be beautiful and my pronunciation to be like a queen. But it's exhausting, Jack. It makes me want to quit.
That's the thing, Emma. Perfectionism is the enemy of speed. If you want to learn fast, you have to be willing to be bad at it for a while. You have to be okay with making mistakes. I always say, fail faster to learn faster.
Fail faster? That sounds like the opposite of what they teach in school. In school, they say, don't make mistakes or you get a red mark on your paper.
And that is why many people find school so difficult. In the real world, mistakes are just data. They're just information telling you how to improve. When you say a word wrong and someone corrects you, you'll never forget that word again. That mistake just accelerated your learning.
Accelerated? Like pressing the gas pedal in a car?
Yes, it made it go faster. So instead of being afraid of mistakes, you should look for them. Be happy when you find a gap in your knowledge.
Okay, I'm going to try. Next time I don't understand a word, I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to say, okay, that's just a little bit of ambiguity. No big deal. I'll catch the next sentence.
That is a huge mindset shift, Emma. I'm really proud of you. Learning a language is 20% mechanics and 80% psychology. If you can stay relaxed and keep your ego out of it, you will fly.
My ego, yeah, he's a bit of a troublemaker. He wants to look smart all the time. I need to tell him to go sit in the corner while I practice my English.
Tell him he can come back once you're fluent. For now, just enjoy the journey. It's okay to feel a little bit lost sometimes. Even I feel lost in English sometimes, and I've been speaking it my whole life.
Really? You get lost too? That makes me feel so much better. I thought it was just me.
Never just you, Emma. We're all in this together. That is the perfect attitude, Emma. A patient learner is a successful learner. And part of being patient is taking the time to really understand the tools we use. So, are you ready for the vocabulary breakdown?
I am so ready. I have my pen and my notebook. I even moved my teacup to make sure I don't spill anything while I'm writing these down. We used some really juicy words today, Jack.
We certainly did. Let's look at 6 key words and phrases that will help our listeners move from B1 to a more confident level.
Okay, I'm ready. What is the first one?
The first one is overwhelmed. We talked about this at the very beginning. Emma, do you want to try to define it in your own words?
Yes. To be overwhelmed is when you feel like you have too much of something. It's like a giant wave of water hitting you. You feel like you can't breathe or think because there is just too much information or too much work.
That's a great explanation. An example would be, I felt overwhelmed by the number of new words in the book.
I feel that every day. Okay, what is number 2?
Number 2 is inevitably. This is a great bridge word to make your English sound more natural. It means that something is certain to happen. You cannot avoid it.
So, like, if I stay in bed until 10 a.m., I will inevitably be late for work.
Exactly. Or, if you practice every day, you will inevitably get better. It's a very positive way to look at progress, too.
I like that. It makes success sound like it's definitely coming. Okay, number 3.
Number 3 is immerse, to immerse yourself. It's like the swimming pool metaphor we used. It means to surround yourself completely with something so that you are fully involved in it.
Like when I watch my decorating videos in English and I don't look at my phone or talk to anyone else. I am immersing myself in the English language.
Precisely. You are putting your whole brain into the English bath. You can say, I try to immerse myself in English by listening to podcasts during my commute.
English bath. I like that. It sounds much more relaxing than studying. What's next?
Number 4 is absorb, like a sponge. To absorb means to take something in and keep it.
My brain absorbs new words better when I am relaxed and happy. Is that a good sentence?
That is a perfect sentence. It's about taking information in naturally, rather than forcing it. Now, number 5 is a bit more advanced, ambiguity.
Oh, the scary one, ambiguity.
It doesn't have to be scary. Ambiguity is just a situation where the meaning is not clear, or there are many possible meanings. In language, it's that foggy feeling of not knowing exactly what a word means.
So I can say, I am learning to be comfortable with the ambiguity of English grammar.
Yes, that shows you are a very mature learner. And finally, number 6, accelerated.
This one is the fast word, right? Like a fast car?
Right. To accelerate means to start moving faster or to make something happen sooner. Using these 4 secrets will help you achieve an accelerated learning process.
Accelerated. I'm going to use that one when I talk to my friends. I'll tell them my English is accelerating. It sounds so professional.
It really does. You'll sound like an expert. And that is it for our vocabulary today. Remember, you don't need to memorize these all at once. Just hearing them and understanding the vibe is enough for today.
Thanks, Jack. I feel so much better than I did this morning. I started the day feeling like a lazy snoozer, and now I feel like a patient, accelerating learner.
That is the power of a good conversation. Thank you all for joining us today in our cozy corner of the internet.
We hope you feel encouraged and ready to try a mini habit tomorrow.
Yes, go listen to a song or watch a video about something you love. And don't forget to tell us if you are an A, B, or C learner in the comments.
We can't wait to read your responses. Until next time, keep breathing, keep listening, and keep being kind to yourself.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Goodbye.